Just out there and you have fair credit and you're looking for a high limit credit card, this show is for you because I'm going to compare and contrast 5 credit cards, 5 really prestigious credit cards. Okay, we're going to look at a credit card from Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, PNC, and US Bank. You don't want to miss this. You want to stick around till the end of today's conversation. So the Kiwi Show, how are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to do a comparative analysis of 5 credit cards from 5 different issuers. We're speaking about Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, PNC, US Bank. That's, of course, if you are looking for a credit card for fair credit and high limits, okay? Let's start with Chase Freedom Flex. This is a card from Chase. Now, the good thing about Chase Freedom Flex is that we love 2 things. We love the fact that you have a $200 bonus when you sign up for the card, okay? And on top of that, you have 5% gas station cashback offer. This is really great. And if you are on the road all the time and you want to actually get some perks, this is a great card for you, okay? And we also love the fact that you earn cashback for every purchase. Really, when you think about if you have a budget for the family or you're just trying to look for a card for budget purposes, this is a great card because you earn 5% cashback on up to $1,500 on combined purchases in bonus categories each quarter you activate. The only thing is that you got to activate the quarters. You got to activate categories every quarter, okay? In addition, you can earn 5% cashback on travel purchased through Chase, 3% on dining, including takeout and drugstores, and 1% on all other purchases. So really, this is a card for family. This is a card for budget-oriented families, okay? And what we love with the card is that if you are lucky enough to get the card and actually benefit from the 0% intro APR, this is fantastic because you have a 0% intro APR for 15 months from account opening on purchases and balance transfers, okay? And after that period, you have a variable APR that oscillates from 15.24% to 23.24%. This is kind of decent when we're looking at a cashback rewards credit card, okay? And so this is really great. So when you think about the card, this is what I want you to think about. This is a card for families. This is a card that allows you to actually earn cashback. The only thing is you need to rotate categories every quarter. It does require some maintenance, some discipline, but you can do it, okay? So overall, you earn 5% cashback on the first $1,500 in combined purchases in bonus categories each quarter you activate. You got to activate though. Very important that you activate. And after that, you have 5% on travel, 3% on dining at restaurants, including takeout, eligible delivery services, 3% on drugstore purchases, and 1% on all other purchases. I want to talk to you about the Bank of America Unlimited Cash Rewards. So this is a card we want to review really quickly from a Bank of America, and this is a high limit credit card if you have fair credit. All these cards I'm talking about is great if you have a relationship with the institution that issues them. Very important, okay? So when you think about this card for Bank of America, what we love is the fact that it's kind of similar to the Chase Freedom Flex because you earn $200 online cash rewards bonus offer if you are a new customer, okay? And you also earn unlimited 1.5% cashback on all purchases. What we love with this card versus the other one is that you don't have any rotating categories to activate every quarter. It's a lot simpler, okay? And you basically there's no limit to the amount of cashback you can earn, and cash rewards do not expire. So we love the flexibility there. So again, you don't have to track rotating categories. You don't have to track cashback rewards, okay? And on top of that, as the other card, you have a 0% intro APR for the first 15 billing cycles for purchases and for any balance transfers made within the first 60 days of opening your account. So this is really great. So after the intro period is over, you have a variable APR that oscillates from 14.24% to 24.24%, okay? And what we love with the Bank of America Unlimited Cash Rewards is that they have another category. They call it preferred rewards. So if you are a member of that program, you can earn 25% to 75% more cashback on every purchase. So this is really great. So when you do the math, and we have done the math for you, that means that you could earn up to 2.62% cashback on every purchase. But of course, that requires the preferred rewards membership. Okay. So when we dig a little deeper here into this card, So you have the $200 online cash rewards bonus offer, but you have to make at least $1,000 in purchases in the first 90 days of your account opening. See, Chase was asking you $1,500. Bank of America is asking you $1,000. So you can see the proportion here, okay? And so that's that. You actually can get more rewards as a preferred rewards member, okay? And so this is actually a card that is great for families also. It's a card you can use for balance transfers because of the 15-month intro APR, okay? This is a card that also allows you to earn cash back. So long story short, you have a cashback card for fair credit. You can get a high limit. If you have a relationship with Bank of America, this is really great. When we speak about relationship, we're not speaking about having millions of dollars in the accounts. We're just speaking about making sure that you have been with the institution long enough and that you are maintaining at least 2 accounts. So you have a savings account and a checking account. I want to talk to you about the Wells Fargo Active Cash. And it is a wonderful card. We actually love this card. This is a card for individuals and families alike. And same thing here, you earn a $200 cash rewards bonus when you spend $1,000 in purchases in the first 3 months. So you have an offer that is analogous to what the Bank of America is also offering, right? So $1,000 you spend the first 3 months and you earn $200 cash rewards bonus. This is really great. In addition to that, you earn unlimited 2% cash back on purchases. Okay, so you can see that the offers are kind of similar from Wells Fargo to Bank of America to Chase Freedom Flex. So those banks are really fighting for your dollar amount, for your dollar of patronizing, fighting for your business. So, but this is really great. But the only thing is that, and what we love with this card, and this is where the card is really superior. This card requires no categories to track or quarterly activations. Really, really great. And the card also offers a 0% intro APR for 15 months from account opening on purchases and qualifying balance transfers. And after that, your APR will oscillate from 15.74% to 25.74%. Okay. And remember that balance transfers made within 120 days from account opening qualify for the intro rate and fee. Now, how do you play this card? Now, this card is great, as I said before, for individuals and families alike. This is a card that actually is great if you just want to have something simple in your wallet and you really want to pair this card up with another travel rewards card. This is kind of cool, and this is how you can reap more rewards, okay? And the card also offers a cell phone protection, so we love that. So you can get up to $600 of cell phone protection against damage or theft when you pay your monthly cell phone bill with your eligible Wells Fargo card. So this is really great. And by the way, there is a $25 deductible. You need to be aware of that. The card is great because you actually can redeem for purchases. You can redeem to your account. You can redeem at an ATM. You can redeem for gift cards. So you have flexibility in terms of redeeming your cash rewards. Okay, this is totally up to you. And the card overall is a great card. And Wells Fargo has a wonderful app. Okay, so you can manage your accounts through the app. You can add this card to your digital wallet. A lot of benefits. Great card. And Wells Fargo Active Cash Rewards, and this is great for fair credit and high limit. Let me acquaint you with the PNC Cash Rewards. So here's another card that's great for people who have fair credit and looking for high limits. So this is a card that actually is great for if you want to really maximize your rewards on groceries, on dining out, and other everyday expenses, okay? Either as a family or individual, because you can earn 1% to 4% cashback on everyday purchases. Think about that. So you have 4% cashback on gas station purchases, 3% cashback on dining purchases and at restaurants, and 2% cashback on grocery store purchases for the first $8,000 in combined purchases in these categories annually, okay? And you will earn at least 1% cashback on all other purchases everywhere, every time. So they are guaranteeing you at least 1% on every purchase, okay? So we really love that. And we love the fact that this card also has a $200 bonus after you make $1,000 or more in purchases during the first 3 billing cycles following account opening. So you can see that they are also offering a $200 bonus that is analogous to what Fargo is offering, what Bank of America is offering, what Chase Freedom is offering. Okay, and what this card requires more tracking though. The PNC Cash Rewards, if you love tracking, if you love tracking your gas station purchases, your dining purchases, your grocery store purchases, and all other purchases, this card, you will love it, because again, it requires some tracking if you want to maximize your rewards, your perks, because you can see that the majority of the cashback is not majority, a great part of the cashback is allocated to gas station purchases. So you got to track that. Okay, so if you are always on the road, or you have a family and you do a lot of errands, and you are always on the road for business or for personal reasons, this card will be great for you. Okay, and you can redeem your cashback on your terms. This is really great. The card, by the way, actually and the APR for the card goes from 14.24 to 25.24%. This is really great. And this card also has an intro APR for balance transfers for the first 90 days. Okay, and so this is really good for and then this APR applies on balance transfers for the first 12 billing cycles following account opening. So the APR, the intro 0% APR, applies only to balance transfer, not purchases. Okay, so this is an important distinction to have for this particular, the PNC Cash Rewards card. I want to talk to you about the US Bank Visa Platinum. This is the 5th card we are reviewing. So if you have fair credit and you're looking for a solid card, a credit card with high limits, you want to check out the US Bank Visa Platinum. Now, this card is the card you want to use for balance transfers. And this is the card you want to use if you have a large purchase to make. If you have, let's say you have a large, I don't know, like you're moving out, or you want to buy a home appliance, or you want to make a large purchase, this is the card. Okay, whether you are individual or family, doesn't really matter. It's the transaction, it's the charge on the card that you want to look at. So we love this card because, just check this out. You can enjoy a low intro APR for 24 billing cycles. You heard that right, 24 billing cycles. We're talking two years here. And the intro APR, the 0% intro APR, guess what? Applies to purchases and balance transfers. So that's 2 full years without interest. Think about that. And after that, the APR oscillates from 15.24% to 24.24%. And in addition to that, there is no annual fee for this card. So this is the card you really want to use for emergencies. This is the card you want to use for large purchases. This is the card you don't want to use this card for everyday purchases. For dining out, for groceries, you can use it if you are lucky to get the card, but strategically, this is a card you want to use for large purchases. This is the card you want to use for balance transfers, okay? And this is kind of cool. And you can add a platinum to your mobile wallet, and you can enjoy the convenience and security of contactless payments. We love the fact that with this card is actually, it had this, the card comes with a constellation of benefits, really. You have cell phone protection when you pay, of course, your monthly bill with your US Bank Visa Platinum. You have fraud protection. You are able to have access to your credit card, to your credit score rather, your credit score through US Bank. You can actually, you have 24/7 account access. We love the fact that basically you're able to use the card. You can pair this card up with other cards. You can actually get the US Bank Visa Platinum, and you might want to get, for instance, the Wells Fargo Active Cash, because this card doesn't have this is not a cashback card. Okay, this is more a balance transfer, a debt consolidation card. So you can pair this up with Wells Fargo Active Cash or the Bank of America Cash Rewards for maximum rewards. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I was talking to you about if you have fair credit, talking about having fair credit and looking for high limit credit cards, right? So we compared and contrasted 5 credit cards. I'm going to give you our decision very quickly, but I just want to quickly give you an overview of the credit card application process when you have fair credit. It's important to understand that. It's really important to understand that when you have fair credit and you want to have a high limit credit card, it's always important to build a relationship, to cultivate a relationship with the bank or credit union for that matter, where you want to get the card, right? You want to have a variety of accounts with them. When we speak about having a multi-product relationship, we are speaking about having a checking account, having a savings account, and in some cases, having an IRA, an individual retirement accounts. So the more accounts you have with them, and the better. Of course, I'm not just telling you to have accounts and have peanuts in those accounts. No, you really want to have some cash. You want to build up some cash. Okay, you want to actually increase your net worth. It's important to have a verifiable income source. Okay, it has to be verifiable. Banks are very strict about that, and basically, you also need to make sure that you provide a social security number. Of course, that makes sense. But you have to constantly work on your relationship, but also work on your income verifiability. What I'm trying to say here is, if you have income that is not verifiable, make sure that you have other paperwork to prove your income. So if you don't have your W-2, if you don't have your pay stubs, you don't have your 1099s or whatnot, you want to have things like your tax returns. You want to have your tax returns. You want to have your personal financial statements. You can print that out and show it to the bank, and always apply at a branch. Do not apply online, okay? You are boosting your chances of applying at a branch. After somebody sees you, they can talk to you. You will actually, because see, the thing is, a lot of people erroneously believe that everything is algorithmic. Of course, when you apply online, you are being taken care of by an algorithm. When you apply at a branch, you are being taken care of by a human. They know you, they've seen you, and they could actually, there are chances they can actually give you a higher limit, okay? Remember that credit requirements will vary by issuer and card, right? And but make sure that you are basically, you don't have too many recent new accounts, okay? It's important, and also maintain the relationship with your bank. I've always said that. I'm going to repeat it again, because bad brand relationships may impact your approval out. So now let's just decide. So we are talking about Chase versus Bank of America versus the Wells Fargo versus PNC versus US Bank. Which one or which card should you choose? Well, it really depends on your situation. As I've told you before, for Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, you can use it as if you're a family. Some other cards, you can use it if you're an individual. It depends on your situation in 3 things. Your life situation. Are you do you have a family? Or are you using the card for purchases, for family purchases, or you are single? That's number 1. Number 2, what is your financial situation? Okay, are you making some good? Do you have positive net worth, or you're still struggling to make ends meet? And the third thing is, what's your FICO score and your DTI and all other CUR, all that kind of stuff. So this is the trifecta I want you to pay attention to while making the decision. It's important to constantly improve your credit score. Now, I've already said that for each credit card, it's better to apply if you already have an existing relationship. If you already have a relationship with the bank, it's a lot easier. And you need to improve your credit score constantly, okay? And make sure that you have a strategy based on earning rewards on purchases. This is important. You know, all these cards, they offer you 5%, 4%, 3%, 2%, and whatnot. Well, how are you going to have how are you going to maximize your rewards if you have no strategy? Boss, I'm talking to you. So it's important, okay? It's important to make sure you have a strategy and you want to figure out the most important features about the card. So you looking for the rewards rate, the sign-up bonus, the welcome offer. We've seen that on most cards except the US Bank Visa Platinum, there is a $200 welcome bonus. Think about the annual fee. What are the ways to use travel rewards? Okay, you always want to compare all credit card options before making a decision. It's important to always, at the end, to apply for the credit card you want, specifically based on your situation. Okay, and are you comfortable? Are you disciplined with when it comes to budget? In other words, can you cope with quarterly rotating categories? Can you track your expenses? You know, some cards will offer you 5% on this, 3% on this, 4% on this, 2% on this. This requires some financial dexterity. It requires some ability to track those things and to monitor those expenses if you want to if your goal, of course, is to maximize the rewards. So think about those things. Think about your financial situation. Think about your net worth, income. Think about your FICO scores and your DTI and CUR, and most importantly, think about your ability to monitor expenses. So after analyzing those 5 players, those 5 credit cards, our pick is the Wells Fargo Active Cash. So we have scored the Wells Fargo Active Cash 10 over 10. The Bank of America Cash Rewards 9.5 over 10. The Chase Freedom Flex 9 over 10. The PNC Cash Rewards 9 over 10. And the US Bank Visa Platinum 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate that. I will speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.